strikes my soul at least. Beautiful. First of all, let me warn you. Hey, Happy New Year, Stevie Wonder. Let me warn you, it might very well be that my phone freezes at some point. At least my fingers are freezing because I'm here at the lakeside. It's the first broadcast of 2022. And it's the last one without Stefan for a while again, because this coming week will be... Oh, look, there's snow scooters coming, wait. This coming week will be the last that he's... Oh, Happy New Year, smartphone. Look, people coming with a snow scooter. They have an older model and drive calmly, you see? They're not racing like maniacs, but they're just taking it easy. So, yeah, this week is the last one that Stefan is on his coffee sled. And after that, we will be able to broadcast together again. Isn't that so sweet? You don't have to only like listen to me and Raisa, my kind sister. I wanted to again go and look at the sun with you guys, but as you see, today is quite a cloudy day. Today it's still polar night, so the sun isn't... Wait, let's go look at them drive. You see? Hey, Happy New Year, Shakin. Happy New Year to you guys as well. Look, there it goes. Yeah, my special Finnish accent. It's not as bad as it could be, but it is very recognizable. It is at the moment at about minus, I think, 13 degrees Celsius. Yesterday was about the same degrees, and I was in the forest with some young ladies, and they were freezing because they had too little clothes on. That was so terrible. I felt so sorry for them, but I don't understand how people... Well, I mean, I do understand. If I went to, say, like a desert somewhere, I would have no clue how to dress, and I would probably be completely wrongly dressed. But so it's the same thing here. People don't know what to wear to keep themselves warm. And then when they stepped out of the taxi and they had skinny jeans on, I was thinking like, oh my, how are we going to do this? And it's such a shame because, you know, the whole wonderful experience becomes much less wonderful when you're just suffering from cold the whole time. So if there's one thing that you can all learn from us Finns is, don't care about how it looks, just be comfortable. That's what I'm doing. I got my big gloves on. Although these kind of gloves are not the best possible ones to keep you warm, because the fingers are in there. Wait. You'll see the beautiful view soon. Layers. That's the most important thing. That's the secret to staying warm. And loose enough clothes. Because if you have like, for instance, if you have tight shoes, then it doesn't matter how warm they are supposed to be. If you don't have enough air in there, they will be cold, you know? If you got like a fancy, expensive down jacket, but it's too tight, then still, you know, you won't be as warm as you could be. Some people wear skirts and shorts and sandals during snow. Oh my. You don't want to do that. Yeah, it's funny. Um, when I was living in the Netherlands, it used to be, oh, you know, it's like people think that it's winter, so it's supposed to be cold, so you're always freezing anyways. It doesn't matter what you wear, and that's they they dress the children like that as well. And for like a Finnish person to see children shivering in their prams with like you know pantyhose, these short skirts in cute jackets and bare hands. Oh man. I found that so difficult. I wanted to go to all of those mothers like, you could just dress your child, warm, and they will be comfortable. Yeah. No, it's just what people get used to. Hey, Damon. And over here, of course, we are, the reality of winter. It's so much harsher. I can understand that in places where, you don't get it that cold that often. People don't understand what it means. Look, this is, by the way, I wanted to show you. This is strange. You see that the snow looks sort of, it looks dirty, doesn't it? And the reason is that it's so thin. Like on previous years, do you notice how little snow we have? I've been mentioning this earlier, but we have so little, and this bit is normally always covered. Yeah, it is, isn't it? This bit is normally covered with fireweed and other kinds of plants, high plants, nettle as well. So this dirty looking stuff is like the hey Chris, Happy New Year to New Mexico. Nice to see you. Hi Mark. Happy New Year. So it's this kind of stuff that has been hacked into small bits. People have been driving over it with the snow scooters. You see? Short little bits. Normally, because there would be so much more snow, you wouldn't even notice that. But now there's so little of it that compared to the amount of the mass of snow, the mass of like these, I wouldn't even see these at this time normally. 38 degrees cent. Seriously, where on earth are you? That, oh man, that's really hot. Are you in Australia or somewhere? Ah, thought so. Yeah. Wow. It's there's there's definitely signs of climate change here. Definitely. Oh, 20 is much nicer for sure. It's colder this year than last year. That often goes together with having less snow. So often when it is a bit less cold, it's cloudier. And then you get a lot more rainfall, in our case, snowfall. To notice, by the way, the house that used to be here is no longer here. It is gone. They have taken it out because it was moldy. They're going to build something new there. I've got no idea what's going to be there. But oh yeah, I saw that, and in Bilbao as well. That's where Misha is from, mind you. Misha is a Basque, and he comes from Bilbao. My sister's husband, spouse, whatever. They had was it 26 degrees or something a couple of days before New Year. That's crazy. Yeah, and in London, wasn't it like 4 degrees warmer than the previous record? So it's been a rather cold winter this winter with little snow. Yesterday, oh wow, that's a big difference. That's quite some, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it must be quite a jump. We have in that sense we have a very normal weather at the moment. Shall we go and look at the from here how it looks? Sunrise pictures -5. Well, that sounds more normal, doesn't it? So this is the I've been showing this to you before. This is the road. If we go that direction, you would eventually end up at the ice sea. So that's the route to. Oh, and look, there's an airplane landing. This is the busiest season here, as for tourism. Okay, yeah, that's because for me it's really I just cannot read the Fahrenheit in the same way as no. I see the difference, but I can't see what it means. So this is the main road that takes further north, all the way to Norway and to the icy coast, Alta, and there. Sometimes in the summertime drive there, but we haven't done that for a long time. So that's you know that's boring. Would have been nice to do it now in the Corona time, but Norway was closed. You see, that's the front slope where Stefan's coffee sled is down there. So we've been a couple of weeks ago when we were there. Do you remember? In front of the ski slopes. That's where we were. But now we're a bit further away from there. He's going skiing clearly. He's got his helmet on already. So there's a lot of people doing that kind of stuff. Local looking dog. That's an Lappinkoira. That is a my brother has two of those actually. You see that? They are very well sort of climatized to these conditions here. I'm not going to walk further there. I think I'll go into the forest from the other side there. But those dogs are actually very child friendly. Oh, thank you, smartphone. Hey, Chantal, bonjour, bonjour. Happy New Year to Paris. Look, we are here. It's minus 13 when I left home. Down there by the lake, it was really chilly. But here, now I have both my gloves on, so I'm not freezing my hands anymore. Thank you, Chantal. The bomb. You see, that one is going to Husky Park. You see, it's full of tourists, and there's a lot of local bus companies. Woohoo! A lot of local bus companies that really drive around all day at this point of the year because they're taking tourists to all possible safari companies and that kind of stuff. This is not the coldest week. This is more like it's very full of tourists. So of course around the New Year's time, normally what you get, we have different seasons during different times. We're going to go there to the forest, but we'll just wait for that car to drive first. So around this time of the year, normally we have a lot of Russian tourists, and this year that's not the case. Normally this would be really, the whole village would be full of Russians because this is a known winter holiday destination for Russia visitors. But obviously this year, again, everything is different. Hey, Bob, Happy New Year! I'm here all alone because it's Stefan's last week of coffee sled. Aha! Look, somebody's been shooting fireworks from here. Or well, I guess they've been shooting it from somewhere completely different, and then it's ended up here. I think I have to collect the rubbish when I'm on the way back. Well, I mean, this is an brilliant. Hey, John, Happy New Year! This is a brilliant skiing center. You know, it's one of the, if not the best one in Northern Europe. They are. You know, the village has been full, really, like absolutely full to the brim. We've got, that's the funny thing, because you know, you know my side of the village, so you know more the local side. But and you know, of us locals, there are about 1,000 people who live here all year round. But then if you look at the tourists, it is beautiful, isn't it, Papa? If you look at the tourists, um, there is, I think, currently, ah, yeah, such a celebrity. Currently, there are 27,000 tourist beds. So that means that from the little village that we are in the summertime, in the wintertime, you know, in the busiest season, we become a little town. You know, yeah, I can. I will answer it in a second. Um, so you can imagine that there's 27 times the people, you know, in the busiest time compared to the slowest time, and that makes quite a difference in how the village works. Let's see. Uh, yeah, so Smartphone, you know, Tommy was asking, do you think the COVID has stopped tourists from coming here this month? Well, the Russians certainly. Finland has still some restrictions, but I mean, with the Omicron, it doesn't really do much, does it? Because it's just spreading like wildfire everywhere, all around the world. So I don't know. They are still trying to keep it under control, but it is difficult. It would cause environmental issues, but things are, and I can honestly say that they are pretty well organized here. So you know, the recycling and the infrastructure, it is made so that it causes the least possible damage to the environment. Yeah, France is out of control. I've seen that. Oh my god, was it like you had like almost 300,000? Was it even almost 300,000, or did I now remember wrong? Hey Hugo, ciao ciao. Welcome to this beautiful winter forest. Oh, by the way, probably, hey Cosmic Rose, nice to see you. Probably my stream will end in like a few minutes because I see that the batteries, yeah, now probably. So you will have to, I'm very sorry, but this will end in a second because it's too cold and I don't have an extra battery pack. Stefan has them all. Next week I will get one again. Look, there's another snow scooter coming. You see? And still another one. You see that? No worries. So yeah, I will stream until it ends, but you know, it will end soon. Yeah, it is beautiful snow, isn't it? So this is, I am actually on the, as you see from that sign. It did, and there is such a difference in them nowadays. Well, I will get mine back soon enough. The thing is more that because we're here in the middle of nowhere, and I just don't think about that. Oh, I'm sinking in. I just don't think about that stuff. I think I would be able to afford a battery pack. Look, that sign means that this is a snow scooter route. Yeah, it is. Especially because it's the kind of really like the old kind of snow scooter that they have on it. It's wonderful. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. School sports are cancelled this winter. Not strange. I mean, that's what they're talking about in Finland. How dangerous that is for the condition of the younger generation. Meaning that there's really a lot of people that just don't get used to playing outside and doing sports, and it is a real danger, of course. That's for sure. I think that in most neighborhoods you don't see that. I mean, I've been showing you on the other side, when you're at the lakeside. In the summertime, it's especially funny because there's a a sign, no cars, right next to the lake in the summertime. And if you've got no clue why they're there, it looks completely crazy. But of course, I mean, we know that it means that you cannot drive on the ice with a car. When I was a child, there were still some places, yeah, there were still some places where, and I think even now, oh, thank you, Cosmic Rose. There are places where there's like ice roads in the wintertime. So you can cross the road via the ice, officially. And that's really, but those have become a lot less nowadays. Colorado, huge bushfire. Ooh, wow, that's terrible. That's not good. Deer crossing signs we have as well, and moose crossing signs on the ice in Holland. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, right. That's what I've been sometimes wondering, like, how on earth do they make sure? I didn't actually know that they do that, Chantal. I've been wondering how they do that, make sure that it's hard enough. Many houses burned down. I can imagine. And isn't it in really? There's was it so that in Perth there's been terrible? Yeah, so around Perth it was super hot, and our friends that live here in the village, they are from Perth, so they've been telling about how their families have to, yeah, exactly, how their families have to escape the heat. Yeah, it's it really is, isn't it? And then what I hate is I end up reading these depressing pieces of news, and instead, I mean, of course, it doesn't help not reading them; they still happen. But I've been thinking that would be a good resolution for this year. Oh wow! Oh, oh, that's really terrible. Yeah, no, that that I should concentrate more. Also, you know, keeping the balance and reading the positive stuff as well, because that is happening constantly. You know, but it is, of course, it is understandable. It's true. Newspapers, definitely the printed ones. You're very right about that. Climate change is real, yes, and exactly this kind of like in Australia, where the heat is so intense, and here where the cold is intense, you really see that. Yeah, yeah, they do tend to travel, but it is the certain kind of news that travel even more. So somehow, I don't know. I was just thinking to myself today that I've been sort of dumbifying myself, you know, watching this dulling news. Should really concentrate more on. Well, that's, yeah. I mean, that at least keeps you in a better mood, I think. Yes, it is so peculiar. We watched that Don't Look Up, which everybody has, of course, watched by now. I did enjoy it. I found it very funny, and I did see a lot of sort of stuff that is really happening at the moment. Well, I mean, that's how they made it, of course, but it is really, yeah. No, I mean, we that's one of the reasons why we have why we're doing what we're doing with Halipu. Yeah, it was fun. Oi, Oma, oi. No, no, no. I'm not. No, yeah, I'm not going to give you any spoilers. Uh, not to watch the news in the US. Yeah, it's true. But and the sad thing is that it's showing around the world, so we get a lot of the US news as well. So all we can do from here, from our little corner, from our little corner, is to just, you know, show people nice things, happy things. Not because we don't realize that other stuff exists as well, but because that's been shown enough as it is. You don't need us to make you more depressed. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Oh, wow. It's quite sad when things come to that, isn't it? Extra, the more they report. Really? Wow, that's peculiar. I've been watching some Australian news as well. Are you sure that that's really true? Yeah. We can talk about this tree, for instance. This is a beautiful, beautiful pine tree. You notice? Frozen from the top. I think that we are going to do, to start this year, yes, to start this year, I think we're going to do a tree hug. Oh, did I? Wait a second. Oh, yeah, that just happened so fast. Um, family is very good. Kids are still having their holiday, so they're still sleeping. I'm here all by myself also because of that. There is, oh, wait, there's moss on the tree. Let's go there. I've selected that one as our New Year's tree hug tree. You see? This one right here. There's different kinds of moss on this. So there's, you see this? What was it called again? I've forgotten. Even in Finnish, I've forgotten what this is called. But that often happens when I'm broadcasting. Then I remember it afterwards. But then there's also the lichen. Let's see. Do we see the lichen here? Not so much. That's a funny thing because lichen only survives in places that are super pure. Oh, here you see a little bit of it. You see? We have it so much on the trees in our forest. Oh, that it looks so beautiful. And for instance, here in the autumn, sometimes the moss, it's like a neon green carpet as well. I love that too. Turn off the news and build a garden. That's a good song. I have to find that. I've never heard it, but like I like the name. That's kind of what we're doing anyways. But let's do a tree hug to start the year well. Oh, wow. Oh, get some calm, nice energy from the tree. Oh, this is so good. Spanish moss. Yeah, okay. This is so important, being with trees. Takes your brain away from all kinds of unpleasantries. Just drop the thoughts, you know? Breathe in the phytonoids. You know, the ones that I've been telling you about? Yeah. Well, only on camera. Haven't done it on camera for a while. Have done it in real life. Yesterday, for instance. Of course, in the winter time. Um, PHYNTONCIDE, I believe. Was it? Maybe I'm not sure if I now spelled it correctly. I think it does. It does, Chantal, doesn't it? It keeps the doctor away, and has so many benefits. It's crazy. We'll again at some point take another broadcast to talk about trees a bit more. Sometimes I'm just afraid that I will bore you with that. So then I'll yeah, I'll try to. Yeah, because that's the stuff. I get I get phytonite and then I get the smoke from the snow scooters. But the phytonoids, they take down the blood pressure, increase the white cell count, decrease the cortisol level of the blood, and that's seriously not just me saying that, but for real, as in real research, real university research. Yes, but that's incredible. Uh, already being in the forest, you breathe that in, and especially when you are hugging trees, then you get an even more concentrated amount. So that's like the serious health benefits of hugging trees. It would. And I mean, of course, like it's been thing to do for you know hippies, or who is considered hippies, and that we also try to sort of, in our small little way, popularize that, and take the stigma of tree hugging, by doing it ourselves. Oh, my battery is getting lower and lower the whole time. Only 58% left, and then it goes really fast when it goes down. Um, there are several articles about it. The Japanese have especially been doing the research, so you will be able to find Japanese research on it in English. They did, but of course it's always, very often that teaching in schools. No, we have to make a curriculum about tree hugging. But of course, here in Finland, forests and trees are so much more a part of sort of the everyday life. They're not so far than in a lot of other countries. People go into the forest, they pick berries, they do stuff. It's a natural thing to do. So that's never thought of that, but maybe we should. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Redwoods. Oh, I would love to see those. I love those big trees. The trees that we have here are always really small because of the incredibly short growing period that they have here. the It's only 8 weeks. Can you imagine? The trees only grow for 8 weeks per year. Oh, do you? Is it tall? That's a funny thing that when you think of. I mean, that's exactly the way that people, when they think of Lapland, they think that there's, oh, Stefan was even taught that there's no normal life possible above the Arctic. And now he lives here. He never told that particular teacher. He has seen him afterwards, and he never told him that. By the way, I'm living in the Arctic now. But it's the same thing as like when people think that there's no life possible here. Then I'm thinking like, oh, but how can there be proper trees in Australia because the whole country is so cold, hot and dry. I've got. I mean, of course, it's possible. It's just it's these images that people have in their minds from television series or whatever that they've seen. Let's see. Uh, watch out for the roads. Yeah, they're not driving very fast. I mean, I see that we're still a few meters from there, but I think that I'm going to. TV is mostly fiction. Although, when you saw us on the telly, that was real. Well, actually, it's also partially fiction. But well, at least you saw what you saw happened in real life. Existed in real life. Oh, yeah, because John was saying that still just was it yesterday or the day before we were again on the telly in the US. That's really funny. Very amusing. Within a few hundred kilometers from the coast, all things growing. Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah. No, that's again those ideas that you sort of, as said, you get planted in your head when you're a child and see like television series or so. But hey, I actually managed to uh, do this whole stream without it ending by itself. So I'm going to now say bye, end the stream, leave you with this empty road. Yeah, true. It is. So this is the road next to our house. Happy New Year, everybody. Next week, I think that we're going to be with Stefan again. Must have been that Cosmic Rose. Thank you, Smart Bond. Thank you very much. Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you, John. Wonderful to hang out with you. See you next week again. Hopefully, then with Stefan. Bye, people. Have a lovely week as well. Bye-bye. Bye.